How is it that something sitting harmlessly in your bag right now could get you stopped, searched, embarrassed and even flagged at the airport in seconds? Yeah, I'm serious. And the craziest part? Most travelers have no idea they're carrying items that get confiscated literally every single day. So before you even think about heading to the airport again, you might want to lean in for this, because what I'm about to tell you could save you time, money, and a whole lot of awkward moments at security. Now, let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever been pulled aside at airport security? You know, that moment when your bag gets flagged, your heart drops, and suddenly everyone behind you is watching. Yeah, not fun. And trust me, it's not always because you did something wrong. Sometimes it's because of things you didn't even know were banned. And today, we're diving deep into the stuff that gets confiscated at airports. All the time stuff people like you and me carry thinking it's totally fine. But it's not. And some of these will genuinely shock you. So stick with me, because the last one, almost nobody sees it coming. Now picture this. Sure, packing your bag the night before your flight. You're tired, maybe a little excited, maybe rushing. You toss in your favorite items without thinking twice. That expensive cologne, your power bank, maybe even snacks. Seems normal, right? Wrong. Because airport security, especially TSA, has a completely different rulebook. And they don't care how expensive your item is, how important it is, or how much you love it. If it's on their banned or restricted list, it's gone. No debate, no second chances. Let's start with something super common like, yeah, you've heard of the 3.4-ounce rule. But here's where people mess up. It's not just about the size, it's about the container. You could have a half-empty bottle, barely any liquid left. But if the container says 200 milliliters or more, confiscated, just like that. And people argue about this all the time at security, but it never works. TSA doesn't care how much is inside, they care about what's printed on the bottle. And boom, into the bin, it goes. Now, here's where it gets even crazier. No globes. Yup, those cute little souvenirs, banned if they exceed the liquid limit. Imagine traveling across the world, bringing back a memory, and watching it get trashed in front of you. Brutal, right? But wait, it gets worse. Let's talk about power banks. This one catches a lot of people off guard. Power banks are actually allowed, but only in your carry-on. If you pack it in checked luggage, that's a problem. Why? Because lithium batteries can catch fire. So airlines take this seriously. And if they find it in your checked bag, not only can it get confiscated, it could delay your luggage or worse, your entire flight. Yeah, it's that serious. And here's a little insider tip not. All power banks are allowed either. If it's too powerful over a certain watt-hour limit, it's banned completely. Most people don't even know how to check that, so they just risk it and lose it. Now let's shift gears for a second. Food. You'd think snacks are safe, right? I mean, it's just food, but nope. Certain foods will absolutely get taken away, especially on international flights. Fresh fruits meets dairy. These are a big no-no in many countries. You land, go through customs, and boom, they take it. Sometimes even fine you. And the worst part, some travelers try to hide it. That's a huge mistake. Because if they catch you lying, now you're dealing with something much bigger than just losing a sandwich. Now here's one that really surprises people: gift items. Wrapped gifts, to be specific. It sounds crazy, right? You're bringing a present for someone, and security might make you unwrap it. Why? Because they need to see what's inside. And if they can't scan it clearly, you're opening it right there. So, if you're traveling during holidays, pro tip: don't wrap your gifts before the airport. Save yourself the headache. Now let's talk about something that's honestly kind of funny, but also super real: novelty items. Things that look like weapons, even if they're fake. Toy guns, replica knives, even certain tools that can get confiscated instantly. TSA agents aren't playing guessing games. If it looks suspicious, it's gone. And yes, people argue this too. But it's just a toy. Doesn't matter. From their perspective, it's a risk, and they're not taking chances. Now here's where things get a little more serious: self-defense items. Pepper spray, stun guns, even certain keychains designed for protection. These are heavily restricted. Some are allowed in checked bags under strict conditions, but in carry-ons, forget it, confiscated. And this catches a lot of travelers off guard, especially solo travelers who carry these for safety. Totally understandable. But unfortunately, Airport rules don't bend for that. Now let me hit you with something you probably never thought about lighters. Not all lighters are treated equally. A basic lighter, usually okay, but torch lighters, the ones with a strong flame, completely banned. And yet, people pack them all the time without realizing. Same goes for matches. There are limits. It's these tiny details that trip people up. And by now, you're probably thinking, okay, I get it. There are rules. But here's the thing. It's not just about rules. It's about how inconsistent it can feel. What gets through one airport might get stopped at another. That's why experienced travelers don't just follow rules, they play it safe. Because losing your stuff at security, that's the best case scenario. Worst case, you get flagged, delayed, or questioned. And nobody wants that. Now here's a question for you. What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen someone get stopped for at the airport? Drop it in the comments. Seriously, I want to hear your stories. Because trust me, there are some wild ones out there. And if you're getting value from this so far, hit that like button. It actually helps more travelers avoid these mistakes. Now let's keep going, because we're not done yet. Another big one, even small ones. A tiny screwdriver, a pocket knife, even scissors over a certain size gone. People forget these in their bags all the time, especially if they use the same backpack for work or daily life. And boom, no warning. And here's something that might actually shock you certain. Everyday items can become weapons in the eyes of security. A heavy metal water bottle, for example, usually fine. But in certain situations, it can raise questions. Same with sports equipment. It's all about perception and context. And that's what makes airport security so unpredictable. Now let's talk about medications. This is a big one. Most medications are allowed, but there are rules. Liquid medications, over the limit, you need to declare them. Prescription meds, keep them labeled. And if you're traveling internationally, some medications that are legal in one country are banned in another. Yeah, imagine landing somewhere and finding out your medicine is illegal there. That's a nightmare situation. So always check before you travel. Always. And finally, the one almost nobody talks about, powders. Yep, powders, in some cases. Large amounts of powder-like substances in carry-ons can trigger additional screening. Things like protein powder, makeup, even spices. And if it looks suspicious, you're getting stopped. Bags opened, questions asked. The whole deal? And at that point, it's not about convenience anymore, it's about scrutiny. So here's the bottom line. Airport security isn't just about catching dangerous items, it's about eliminating uncertainty. And anything that creates doubt is at risk of being taken away. So the smartest move, pack like a pro. Know the rules, but also think ahead. Ask yourself, could this item raise questions? If the answer is even maybe, reconsider packing it. Because once you're at security, it's too late. Now before you go, do me a favor, share this with someone who travels a lot. Because chances are, they're carrying at least one of these items without realizing it. And trust me, they'll thank you later. And if you want more insider travel tips that can literally save your trip, make sure you subscribe to Golden Age Travel Tips, because we're just getting started.